Good morning dear students. Welcome to microelectronics classes. In today's class, we'll continue the discrete amplifier, another set of discrete amplifier known as common gate. So far, in the previous sessions, we have understood the working functionality of a common source amplifier. Now, the common gate amplifier with active load will be considered. In the previous module, we have studied common gate amplifier with a passive load. Now an active load is considered. Okay, on to the left side, you can observe this is a circuit diagram where I is a current source which is used as an active load. Now the input to the circuit is given from the VSIC, which having an internal impedance denoted by RS, and it is connected to the source. This you know from the previous module, where input to be given to the source terminal, because the gate terminal is made common between the input and output, hence the name common gate. One more consideration here is output is taken at the right terminal. Very important consideration here is the body terminal is not connected to source. This is the condition where if it arises body terminal is not connected to source. If body terminal is connected to source, VSP is not developed, or VSP will be equal to 0. So therefore, there is no question of a terminology called as body effect. Now, when VSP or B and S is not shorted, okay, then develops a voltage called the substrate voltage. Okay, this substrate voltage will make sure that will have the body effect onto the device which is considered here. So there will be certain body effect. Without body effect, what is the current of a transistor? I is equal to GMVGS. With body effect, an additional terminology called GMV, the transconductance due to the body effect. GM is different. GM is for the transconductance without body effect. When body effect is considered, GMB should be considered. So this circuit we need to consider. This is a T model. So T model for the circuit. Okay. Current flowing through this device will be due to both GM and GMB. So current can be written as I is equal to current I can be written as GM plus GMB into VI. Okay, GM plus GMB into VI. So this is a consideration, a common gate amplifier where body is not shorted to source. Now, to go further depth in detailed analysis to find out the input impedance, to find the output impedance, or the voltage gain, or the overall voltage gain, okay, the circuitry needed to be considered here. In the previous chapter, when we were discussing, the finite output resistance was not considered in the T model. Okay. In the T model, finite output resistance was not considered. Here, the finite output resistance is considered. With respect to considering the finite output resistance or not, what are the changes you can observe with respect to input impedance? Without this R0, input impedance is just 1 by GM. Without R0, the input impedance is just 1 by GM. When you consider R0, okay, this portion or this point is the output and this point is the input, and circuits start behaving like a bilateral circuit. So with this consideration of R0, okay, we will now derive the first parameter called as the input impedance denoted by Rn. So in order to derive, let me consider, so this is the input impedance, an imaginary arrow. Okay, this is an imaginary input impedance which you can observe because the gate is grounded. When you look at from this side, when I put dotted line and observe this is Rn. Okay, that Rn is not just 1 by GM plus GMB, but actual value it differs because the RL is connected to the output side, and this RL, okay, I mean to say the circuit is trying to behave like a bilateral. So there is some effect of RL on the input impedance. Okay, in the final equation you will get an expression in terms of RL as well. Now we will try to do. So in order to do that, let me call the current flowing through from the source is called I, the input current, I. Okay. When the current starts flowing from the source towards this point, it tries to divide as I and I are not. Let me call the current meets together. So therefore, let me call the output current as through the RL as I naught. Okay, the divided current is getting united here. So therefore, I naught is equal to I. I naught is equal to I. When you have I naught through RL resistor, I can definitely find V out is equal to I naught into RL. So this is a consideration. So marking the correct directions is understood. Now apply KCL or the current IA is nothing but IR1 plus I. Okay, now to find the input impedance, first consider the current which is entering to this point and which is getting divided in the form of KCL with the right to write that. Next, in this equation, I is known. I is known. What is I? I is nothing but GM plus GMB into VGS or VI, whatever you need, you can write. So VI or VGS is nothing but the input. Now, but IR0 is unknown. IR0 is unknown. How to find IR0? The point over here, observe the circuit, point over here. If I measure the voltage is V out. If I measure this point, at this node, okay, the voltage is VI. You have two resistor where two different voltages are there. So current direction starts from this and terminates towards this through the R0. So therefore IR0 can be written as VI minus V0 divided by R0. This is a KCL equation. Again the KCL equation is made use. Now equation 1 can be rewritten. Equation 1 can be rewritten where you have the calculated or already understood value of I and already found, just now we found IR0. Substitute both over here. Substitute both over here. When you substitute, okay, VI minus V0 divided by R0 is IR0 plus I is nothing but GM plus GMB into VI. Okay, just write the second term first, just for simplification. Write down an equation for V0. What is V0? What is V0 over here? V0 is nothing but I0 into RL. But I0 and II are same. I0 and II are same. That is what I have told. I0 and II are same. So simplify this equation. Pure mathematics. Okay, this simple steps are involved over here. Where take II terms towards left side. There is 1 plus RL divided by R0 from this equation. And take VI terms towards right side. Take VI terms towards right side. When you simplify, the final expression would be VI by II. VI by II is nothing but R0. VI by II is nothing but Rn. Rn which is equal to R0 plus Rn divided by 1 plus Gm plus Gmb into R0. Now in this case, okay, suppose you can observe the expression over here, Rn is equal to R0 plus RL is formed. Okay, R0 plus RL is formed. Now in this case, when R0 is equal to or RL is equal to R0. Okay, when RL is equal to R0, now I can write 2 R0 divided by 1 plus Gm plus Gmb into R0. Equation can be written in another form. When the other value of say R0 is not significant when you compare with RL. So therefore, I can write Rn is equal to 1 by Gm plus Gmb into Gm plus Gmb. So this is another terminology. So three different conditions. So now we have just derived Rn. We have just derived Rn expression in terms of the RL. Now in this equation, Vi divided by Ii, which is equal to input impedance Rn. Now expression 1 which we have derived now, R0 plus RL divided by 1 plus Gm plus Gmb into R0. Three different forms can be written in this for this equation. What are those three different forms? Usually when RL is infinite. When RL is infinite, okay, in this case when RL is infinite, there is no significance. You need not write RL. So therefore, R0 and R0 get cancelled. So the equation Rn is nothing but 1 divided by 1 plus Gm plus Gmb. Suppose if RL is equal to R0, okay, RL is equal to R0, so R0 which is there, RL which was there is equal to R0. So we get in terms of 2R0, so equation can be changed. Suppose if R0 is infinite and RL is there, equation is just RL divided by 1 plus GM plus GMB. So these were the three different forms of equation for input impedance. Now we have just derived the input impedance for the common gate amplifier. Suppose if RL is not there, the circuit diagram whatever we have written will get scaled down to this. Okay, but still we can write a conclusion I naught will be equal to 0 because there is no load observed. So there is no load, I naught will be 0. Now the voltage between the input impedance, the derived input impedance will call it as Vi. The current flowing through R0 can be called as I. Now the input source will provide an input current I, and this input current is getting flowed through the device. Since it cannot go here, it loops around. Okay, can you observe? It loops around. The current which is entering here will be looped around. So therefore, the current flowing through R0 is I. Okay. Now, for this loop 1, we need to apply KVL. So, in order to find the voltage gain, AV0, that is when RL is not there. When RL is not there, we call it as what is AV0? AV0 is nothing but V out by Vi when RL is infinite. Okay, when RL is infinite. How we got this equation? Let me consider the circuit diagram over here. Okay, V out minus I into R0. Okay, minus Vi. Don't get confused. I subscript R0 is a different parameter. I is a current, R0 is a resistance. Okay, this equation is obtained when you apply KVL to this loop. Okay, this outer side loop. Okay, Vi, I dash R0 and V0. So this is a KVL equation. Now simplify this. Take the terms minus I R0 minus Vi towards right hand side, and we know that equation for I is nothing but GM plus GMB into Vi R0 plus Vi. And finally, V out, take Vi common in this right hand side, take towards left side, that is nothing but AV0. AV0 can be written as 1 plus GM plus GMB into R0. 1 plus GM plus GMB. This is a voltage gain when RL is not there. Okay. Now what is the input impedance when RL is there? This is the equation. RL is nothing but R0 plus RL divided by 1 plus GM plus GMB into R0. Okay, what we are trying to write? An expression which was derived in the previous session. That is, in the previous session, like Rn. Okay, the denominator term is nothing but AV0. Just now we have derived, we are trying to write Rn in terms of AV0. That's it. Okay, when I simplify this equation, okay, divide R0 divided by 1 plus GM plus GMB into R0 plus Rn divided by AV0. So R0 and R0 get cancelled. Rn is nothing but 1 plus GM plus GMB plus Rn divided by 1 plus GM plus GMB into R0 is nothing but AV0. So this is an equation. First we need to find the voltage gain and express the input impedance. What is the final conclusion? The input impedance obtained when you have the R0 is not there. Keenly observe, when R0 is not there, input impedance was just 1 by GM. When R0 is considered, okay, the input impedance which was the input impedance in the previous common gate amplifier, when the R0 was not there, it was just 1 by GM. When R0 is considered in this case, there is an additional term, because the additional term would be in terms of 1 by GM plus GMB plus RL by AV0. This is what the additional term which you can observe for a common source amplifier with active load when R0 is considered. Okay, when R0 is considered. So R0 is considered. So this is the equation which you can observe over here. 1 divided by 1 plus Gm plus GMB plus RL divided by AV0. So this is the input impedance which you need to consider. In the previous session, just now, okay, in the previous circuit we have just found the AV0 and the input impedance. Okay, AV0 is nothing but the open loop gain when RL is not there. Suppose when RL is there, the AV is nothing but V0 by VL. How does that circuit gain of the CG amplifier changes? Okay, from this circuit, you can observe this is VI. The current which is entering from this source V6, okay, through RS is nothing but current entering here is I getting divided I and IR0 we have seen. And this current is moving around, and we can say that I0 is equal to I0 is nothing but II. Now AV, so this is a simple derivation. AV is nothing but V0 by VI, which is equal to V0 is nothing but I0 into RL. I0 into RL divided by VI is nothing but II into RL. RA is the input impedance. RA is the input impedance. Now AV, when I simplify this, I0 and I get cancelled because I0 is equal to II. I0 is equal to II. Now RL divided by what is RL? Just now we have found R0 plus RL divided by AV0. R0 plus RL divided by AV0. Now simplify this equation and you can observe AV is nothing but RL into AV0 divided by R0 plus RL. Finally, the last conclusion, to find AV with RL, okay, it is getting reduced to the normal equation RL into AV0 divided by R0 plus RL. Next, what is this GV? It is the overall gain. So what is this overall gain? GV is nothing but V1 by V6. Okay, V1 by V6. V6 is the input source voltage. V1 is the output voltage. Now II into RL, because I0 and II are same. Okay, V1 can be written as II into RL divided by the V6 is nothing but a current which is flowing through the input. See, if I consider an imaginary Rn, okay, imaginary Rn, the current which is flowing through this. Current which is flowing through this is II. So you have two series resistance RS plus RH. RS plus RH forms series resistance. So therefore II into RS plus RH. II and II get cancelled. GB is nothing but RL divided by RS plus what is the value of RL? RL is nothing but R0 plus RL divided by AV0. So finally, the overall voltage gain can be written as GB equal to AV0 plus RL divided by RL plus R0 plus AV0 into RS. This is by taking LCM. So far we have derived the input impedance, the output impedance, the input impedance, the gain of the amplifier, the impedance when you consider when RL is there, and finally the overall voltage gain for common gate amplifier is being derived. Thank you very much.